Thank you, Robert. So, hello everyone on the Tech Hour for our release highlights for the new release, which is 8.3. Point two. So the agenda for today will be a little bit shortened because our teams have prepared plenty of upgrades for you, where me and Robert, which are Creatio Academy trainers, we are going to introduce you. So once again, these sessions are going to be divided for two parts. The first part, as you can see, we are going to cover the overview of the features that were implemented uh, in this particular release. And yeah, those are the ones. Robert will present some of the agents and skills that were introduced and improved in this release, whereas I'm going to focus a little bit more on the news that happened during this update. So as for Creatio AI, I know that many of you were waiting for those changes. So we improved, I would say, because in twin releases we also implemented like multiple LLMs to be available in our environments. Now it got improved, right? So in our AI platform, now we can not only use OpenAI, but also we can refer and implement Azure, OpenAI, or Amazon Bedrock, Hugging Face, Cerebras, and many, many, many others, right? So later on, I will show you where we can find those settings and how do they have influence on our agents and skills as well. Also, we have got prepared for you some AI skills and agent enhancements such as filter agent, as well as segmentation. Robert, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that you have something
Ye-
for us to show.
Yes, there will be something about segmentation agents, so I will introduce this one.
Okay, perfect. Um, Yeah. Also, our team, which is still in beta production, but it is definitely worth mentioning. So, as previously we have prepared some add-ins for Teams and for Outlook, now we are working also for Zoom add-in. So, keep uh, sorry. So if you are interested, take a look, go ahead, go to our Academy website, take a look at the release notes. If you would like to test the beta version of the add-in, feel free to contact our teams in order to do that. Anyway, not only as today's session, we're going to focus on our Creatio AI aspects and enhancements. We have in this release, we have also prepared for you some changes in no code. Naturally. So one of them, and the one most of the most awaited improvement and changes, is the Freedom UI Mobile Designer. So now that it's going to be available to design the pages that are going to be, of course, dedicated on the mobile version of the of Creatio. As well, we have prepared some improvements in Application Hub, so it will improve the overall performance, as well as for that business role and admin and data tools. So those are dashboard section in Freedom UI. So as recently our tech hour focused on the dashboards and how to use them, now we have got available for you the whole section. So the dashboards themselves will not have to be limited or restricted to the given object or the section as they were used to. Also, in terms of the other enhancements that we or our team prepared for you with this release will be some new applications such as territory management that we are not going, fortunately or unfortunately, we're not going to show tomorrow. We're going to mention because be prepared and stay tuned. It is going to be discussed and shared and discovered in follow-up or following tech hour sessions. So we are going to discover that deeply. As trust me, this is a feature in the application that will give you like very good foundation to manage the territories, accounts that are located within the given area. But yeah. Yeah, so that would be for creation sales. Also for creation marketing, as mentioned, Robert will show you segmentation agent, how we can filter, and some of the enhancements about the web forms. But again, that part will be covered rather tomorrow. Okay. As well as for our service product, we have got some enhancements prepared over there as well in terms of the agents and skill. And for the Customer 360 and the core CRM, there are personal list settings per folder, which is actually really, from the user standpoint, I need to say it, but this is like really cool and needed feature that will be presented tomorrow, and I believe that you will understand what I'm saying, what I'm talking about. Nonetheless, the thing that I would like to highlight and talk about right now, it will be the change in the pricing of our Creatio AI agents and skills, or Creatio AI in general. So, as previously, to use skills or to use the agent in the chat, we were using tokens, and we got the feedback from many customers and partners that it is not exactly understood, or it was difficult to understand and get behind the pricing of tokens per action, because there were some parameters such as language behind that, and it was per number of letters, characters, or even words. Now, we simplified this approach a little bit, and we are going to use actions or AI actions that will still be available in dashboards. So the difference in that is that we are not charging as per the amount of the text that we got as a response from the chat. Now the AI actions, they are going to be used as per skill utilized by agent, right? So if you would ask one of the agents, for instance, to locate, yeah, to find a given contact, to analyze to which account that person is assigned to, and get you some information about the account and related maybe objects from it, then you would use three actions. Again, this one action is as per skill or the usage assigned to the agent. So this is going to be rather huge change in terms of the pricing. And also not only the pricing, but also the construction and usage of our skills and agents in general. And as you can see on the point number 3, over there, all of you, you're going to receive 10, 20, 30 actions per license for the platform. Yeah, those are, let's say, our gift from us to you for one, let's say, time use. This is not yearly, but once they are going to be utilized, then we are going to get the packages, right? Also, we are aware of the fact that even though that change has is relatively big and new, and some of you might have already purchased some tokens packages, do not worry. You're going to still use the tokens. One, they are going to be utilized and finished. Then you will, let's say, smoothly transfer to the actions in your dashboards. So that would be about that. Also, I was asked about from our product owner to get with that slide also for your awareness. So in terms of the actions, they will be available to purchase through through the yearly packages, as you can see right now. Okay. Let me quickly switch my screen to the environment. Because as I was saying, one of the changes that were done was of our AI LLMs and our agents in general. So this is the part what that I would like to highlight. So there is I believe that it was already present in a previous release. Nonetheless, this section with Creatio AI models will show us all available LLMs that we have implemented. We are going to use, or by default, we as Creatio provide you these four large language models, which are GPT 4.1, 4.0, and 4.1.1 meaning. In order to add a new one, or of course, we need to click on the new button. But okay, thank you very much for that browser.
It's called a demo effect. So always when you're presenting something, it looks like this. So
Okay, this is kind of unexpected. Let me maybe okay, here we go. So we need to do a little bit of a walk around over here, and actually let's take this as an opportunity, because with that I will be able to show you how it is possible to add, or how the form page looks like by adding the large language model through different LLM provider, right? Because one of the choices, that is one of the most popular ones, is of course OpenAI provider. And to add it, we need to enter the model name and API key. That is required. And of course, the name, how it is going to be present on our Creatio AI models list, right? So this particular column. Also, the second one, that would be Azure provider. And as you can see, it is already prepared for you in terms of which important values you need to provide for the model, right? And the last particular example will be the custom one. So as mentioned at the very, very beginning, and this is rather very, very big change, you do not have to limit yourself to only one large language model. So if there is one that you casually usually use or use daily during your work, yeah, you can include it over here. So let me quickly create one. So you will see how we can implement it, of course, into the agents and skills as well. So here it is. Also, there is one more thing that I would like to cover up. I hope you do not mind it. Not this one, but this one. Okay, I'm going to cover this field because there is API key of one of my colleagues, so I just do not want to have to take down the screen, so please forgive me. Nonetheless, in the model configuration, as you can see, it is in JSON. Follow the documentation from the large language model provider. Okay, of course, this is not something that we do over here. It should be adjusted according to the provider. And let's call it tech our highlight. For sure, there is a spelling. Oh, there isn't any. I'm surprised. So let me quickly save it. And the thing that I would like to share in terms of the custom language model is the Creatio AI agent page. So that's one place which is quite available. And let's open our analytics agent, right? So this is something that you already, or most of you already know, yeah, that we can apply that particular model to the dedicated either either agent or skill, right? And what is worth to point out is one of the lookup section that we are going to introduce and develop, of course, with time and with the amount of agents and skills. So that lookup would be LLM category. And why is that important? Because if the agent or a skill has got the empty model value, right? We are going to use the default one. Filter LLM categories. Yeah. So we have got only one available category by default. So we're in order to use a any other language, we need to create a new lookup value. So the name would be default. Yeah, default, the same for the description. I know. Yeah, and here it is. So in this particular lookup, we can determine which language model is going to be our default one. So going further by that, if the field in our Creatio AI agent is going to be empty, we're going to use the default lookup value and the default language model from that lookup, right? If such a value does not exist, then we are going to use our apologies. But we are going to we are going to use a GPT 4.1 model, meaning this one. So that would be it in terms of our custom language models. And Robert, I believe that the floor is your now. Is your now. So
All right.
let
Thank
us
you
know
for
when you're
this.
ready.
So just give me a second. I will organize my screen. All right. Let me just organize it from here. Okay. So what I would like to show you, let me just know if the screen is visible.
It is
Okay, so
so
there's a
good. Thank you, Robert.
presentation. All right. So I will be presenting you actually two main topics. The first one will be creating records using our chat with AI. So from now on, we are able to create records using this particular chat, and that is, we can say, some kind of default action. So that means that we don't need to we can say like design it. We don't need to create a new skills. We don't need to create agents and so on. That is always on, we can say, a feature. It's based, of course, on the particular action developed by us. However, it is always on. What is very important, you can also access this particular data and create records from the data which you have currently displayed. So, for example, in case if you're using an Outlook add-on and so on, you can also open the particular email and create a record based on this particular information in the email. Of course, you can also use the shorter way, the way where you're just opening your environment and and you're creating records by typing needed data. Uh, Also, it is very important to mention that it has this kind of confirmation before execution feature. So before it will create a new record, it will ask you for confirmation of the data you provided, just to make sure that all the data are correct. I will present you this one in a second. However, it is also taking into consideration all of our business rules and needed fields. So, for example, if the particular field is required, in that case, our AI will ask for providing this needed field in case if we'll forget about this. So in that way, we can safely create records also with all the required fields and following all the business rules. The other interesting thing about this that we can use it in the skills and also agents. So instead of creating the particular action manually for creating records, we can just write in the prompt, create record using this data, right, which we would like to use. So in that case, this particular skill or agent will use this default create records action for creating this particular records in the objects. So in that case, let me just show you how does it work. Just give me a second. I will switch to my environment, right? Okay. All right. So can you see right now my environment, Matt? Can you confirm?
Yeah, all good, Robert.
Okay, perfect. So in that case, what we'll do, let's create a new contact. Okay, so I will open my chat with AI, and I've prepared a particular request for our record creation. So I will just type create new contact Daniel Mendes with type customer. Type is one of the columns for the contacts, and assign it to Axiom account. Okay, so that is the account which already exists. So let me just send this particular one. So now it will be looking for an object of our contact. So first of all, it needs to find the place where we should create this record. So in that case, it is our contact object. Then it will be looking for the particular columns, right? Because we wrote information about the type. So it will be looking for the type column. And then as also I asked about assigning it to our to the particular account, it need to recognize what is an account. All right, that is an object. So contact can have assigned the particular account, right? So after doing after discovering all of this, we can say relations and so on. It will be looking for the particular records in the account. Right, so in that case, it will be our Axiom account. So for now, it takes a little bit of time, but we are already working on the improvement where it will be working much faster. Okay. So what I received, do you want to create a new contact with the following details? Name, Daniel Mendes, type, customer, account, Axiom. So in that case, I can answer yes, but also I can use buttons, right? So whenever we'll be creating the particular records, we can use the buttons, or we can just type our answer. So let's say I will use a button, create this particular contact. And now we'll see the contact Daniel Mendes has been created and assigned as a customer to the Axiom account. You can view or update the record here, right? So that is the Daniel Mendes, but of course, let's say I will just go to my contact section. Of course, I can also open it directly from here, but let's say I would like to check it in that way. So in my contact section, I will be looking for the contact Daniel Mendes. So as you can see, this particular record was created. And of course, it has assigned type as a customer, and also the account was assigned. So that is, we can say, this kind of faster way of creating records, right? But also let's try another way. So let's say that we would like to create a new lead for the particular contact. So let's say in that case, I will use a different one. Let's say it will be Alice Phillips. And here I will use new chat because that is a different case. And I have this kind of very short request. So create a new lead for this contact. So now it will be, of course, taking all the information from this particular contact. But for lead, we have also some required fields, right? So this particular action will be recognizing this required field. So after processing all of this, it will ask us about this. Okay, so what I can see, to create a new lead for Alice Phillips, I need the required field customer need to be specified. Please provide the customer need for this lead. If you need examples, let me know and I can show you available options. So let's say I don't know what are this particular customer needs. So let's say I will use show options, right? So I would like to know what I need to choose from. Okay, additional service, software, and hardware. Okay, let's choose hardware, right? So as you can see, even if you don't remember that there are some particular required fields or you're missing some information, AI will let you know about this. And also, if you don't remember what are these particular options, we can ask to list this needed values, right? So do you want to create a new lead for Alice Phillips with the following details? Okay, so create lead. So now I'm confirming my lead creation and AI is working on this one. All right, so the new lead for Alice Phillips with customer need hardware has been created. Okay, let's check this one. Right, so it will be leads. And now let me just look for this particular lead. So let's say it will be by the filtering by the contact. All right. So Alice Phillips is here, and we have this new hardware Alice Phillips request, right? Request lead. All right, so that is the customer need hardware and so on. So as you can see now, we can create records in this, I believe, simpler way. So it can also save a little bit of time. And in case if we are not aware about this, how all the details are working, like that we need some particular fields, we need to choose something and so on, we can now use this, we can say natural language, and we can create records like this. Okay, guys, so now I believe we'll move to another topic. So just give me a second and I will switch my screen back to the presentation, as I would like to mention here a couple of things. Okay. So let me just present this one. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about this new filter and segmentation agents. Okay, so we created this kind of new agents. All right. So we have a filter agent and segmentation agents. What's the difference? So filter agent is, we can say, our main agent, which is like a translating a user text into a filters. So for example, if we need to create a new folder with some advanced filtering, we do not need to understand all the data models which we currently have in our system, right? We don't need to understand what are the relationship between them and so on. We don't need to know all of the names of the columns and so on, which we need to use for this particular filtering. So this filter agent will be discovering actually our objects, our columns. It will be learning about this relation between them. It will be browsing all the data structures and so on. So thanks to this, this agent will be able to choose the particular data which we are asking for, right? So it is actually outputting a particular JSON structure. So thanks to this one, we'll be able to create a requested folder with the filtering. All of this is packed in our filter agent. However, we also have a segmentation agent. So this filter agent is mainly for working for general folders and so on. However, segmentation agent is focused into the marketing topics, we can say. So it is based on this filter agent. However, it is specifically tailored for marketing use cases. So it can provide some guidance on segment creations, right? On building audiences. So for the end user, in case if I don't know how to create a particular, we can say, audience, or I need some recommendations related to this, to, for example, the particular use case which I have, let's say, about the web analytics and so on. In that case, I can ask this segmentation agent for a little bit of help. What can I do? How can I do? And so on. So also it will be working a little bit better in understanding everything in our marketing product. So we'll be able to create more advanced filtering and so on. But the best way, actually, and the best we can say use case of this is mainly for creating our audiences. So in that case, let me show you a couple of examples. How does it work like? So now I will just switch back to my environment. So let me just go here. Okay, so what we'll do, first of all, let's ask this agent about a little bit of help. Okay, so let me just copy my prepared message and I will call to the segmentation agent. And let's ask about segmentation of our audience based on the web analytics activities. Okay, so let's ask this kind of question. So let's hear some recommendations from this agent. Right. So as you can see, I have quite extended answers. So to better segment your audience based on their web analytics activity, consider grouping users by their engagement level and behavior on your website. For example, you can create segments for visitors who viewed specific product pages but did not complete purchase, users who spent a significant amount of time on key pages, returning visitors, contact who clicked on CTAs or filled out web forms, users who abandoned their shopping carts. So as you can see, we have this kind of recommendation. So for now, we don't need to, we can say, look in other resources in case if we need a little bit of help for an idea how we can play with our segmentations, right? We can ask these particular questions directly here. So that is the way how we can ask about help. But let's say that for now we would like to create a particular segment of contacts who are from US according to the web activity. Okay, so in that case, let me just ask again our segmentation agent. Create a segment of contacts who are from US according to the web activity info, right? So this one becomes a little bit more advanced because we have our contacts and that is one object, but also we have our web activity. That is a different object. So in that case, it needs to find the relation between these two objects, what are the columns in this particular objects and how to present it. So on top of this, we'll be creating a folder with this particular segments. Okay, segment called US Web Activity Contacts will be created in the contact section, right? This segment will include contacts who are identified as being from the United States according to their web activity information. So let's check this out. So let's go to the contacts. Let's go to the folders. And here we have a new folder, AI filters, right? So all our requests that we can see folders will be created in this folder, AI filters. So of course, later on we can move it depending on this, how our folders tree look like. But here we have our US web activity contacts, right? So we have some contacts here and let's check our filtering. So as you can see, it found a related object like web sessions by column contact exist and country is equal to United States.
Could you zoom in a little bit, Robert?
Of course. So,
brilliant, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that because on my big screen it is very visible. So as you can see, we created this kind of filtering, right? Without knowing that we have a web session object and so on, right? So in that case, what we'll do next? Let's create a little bit more advanced filtering. So for the segmentation agent, let me just ask this one. Create a segment of contacts who opened at least one marketing email in the past 30 days, right? So let's ask about this one. So for now, we'll need to use also a different way of filtering, right? Because we mentioned that we would like to use some particular dates, right? So we have the past 30 days. And also we need to check the activities, right? If the particular email was opened. So for creating it, of course, manually we'll need some knowledge about this, where we're keeping all of this information. So in that case, I can see a segment name open marketing emails in last 30 days will be created in the contact section. So I need to just refresh this one. So let me just switch to the Windows. And here, let's check this one. All right, opened marketing email in last 30 days. So for this particular demo environment, I don't have any records, but let's check our filters here. Okay, so we have response in email by colon contact exist, opens is equal or greater than 1, and modified on previous 30 days. So again, we created some particular filtering a little bit more advanced. And we didn't need to know anything about our filter. And I prepared the last example. It will be, we can say, the most advanced from the examples we have today. So let me just paste this one here. So what it will be about? Create an account folder of companies with 25 till 50 employees who attended platform functionality webinar. So let's ask this one. And now let me also show you what it is about. So let me just find this particular webinar. So as you can see, we have an event which is called Platform Functionality Webinar. And there is an audience which participated, of course, in this webinar, right? We have a list of contacts, but let's say we would like to get the information which accounts participated in this particular webinar, right? So we're strictly now asking about the audience for the particular event, right? So it is not like the separate, we can say, object. Now we are asking about the record in our event object. But also we don't want to have contacts here. We would like to have companies. We want to have accounts, right? But also not all of the accounts. We would like to have only accounts with the specified employee numbers, right? So, okay, so it looks that there was an issue creating the segment to how the webinar range was referred to proceed. Could you confirm the exact name of the webinar? All right. Okay, the number of employees is tracking such a number in your actions. Okay, once you confirm these details, I can create a folder for companies. Okay, so let me just again paste this particular name. Okay, now this platform functionality webinar. Okay, so of course for LLM we'll be getting, we can say, different answers. So when I was using it before, it recognized this particular name. So let's check this out, how it will recognize. So as you can see, whenever our agent is missing some information or is not sure about something, it will ask about this, right? So let's wait till it will recognize this particular one. And we'll check our folder. So I know that for now it is taking a little bit of time, but as I know, we are working on improving the timing. And also what I can mention is that before it was much, much longer, and we are shortening the time of answers. Okay, so segment name 21 till 50 employees attended platform functionality webinar will be created in account section. So this filtering is quite advanced, right? So let's check the effects. So it's 21 till 50 employees. Okay, and let's check the filtering here. All right. So look how advanced this filtering is. So we needed to use number of employees. We needed to use our contacts, event participants, and then which event it was, right? So whenever on the other side, when we have just a regular user, the end user who would like to create this kind of particular audience, it will be quite tricky to provide all of these details, right? So thanks to this segmentation agent, we'll be able to do this much, much easier, right? Without this particular knowledge. And also what I can tell you is that we're planning a separate solution for segmentation. So these are our plans, and our teams are already working on creating the separate section for segmentation. So thanks to this tool, we'll be able to create our audiences much, much easier, right? So that was actually the last detail related to this topic. And that is not the last thing which I wanted to show you. That will be one more detail. I believe the small one, but still very useful. For now, we enhanced a little bit our AI widget generation. Okay, so for now we can create some more widgets. So in case if you're using this functionality, for now we'll be able to create another types of widgets, and one of them is our list widget. Okay, so let me also present you
So
what it is about. Mhm,
maybe let me quickly interrupt and a little bit
mhm,
develop. So Robert, please go ahead and ask agent before it will spill
mhm.
the list widget. But
Not a
the
problem.
enhancements is about like I remember like, on our last release training, the Robert was presenting that functionality as far as I recall, which was to create a widget through the agent. But there was a limitation that we could not use our newly introduced widgets, which are the list, full pipeline, sales pipeline, and pipeline itself, as far as I remember. Now they are all available. So once Robert will ask our analytics agent, you should see the result. And also, in addition, what is important about the list widget, it is that it's not only limited to out of the box object. It is going to be fragile and it is going to respond also on your custom application, custom objects, and it is going to recognize the records there. Not immediately, so give some time for Creatio to digest the changes to be for that object to be implemented in environment and sent out later, but it is not only limited to out-of-the-box objects, and I just wanted you to know. Okay, thank you, Robert. Sorry for interruption.
Thank you, but for all of these details for elaboration. So, uh, yeah, as Matt mentioned, now we'll just create this particular one. So I ask our AI for creating a widget list with contacts with type customer. All right. So here we have our contacts widget. So I have list of all the contacts with type customer. Right. So that is this kind of tiny detail regarding our enhancements. Okay, Matt. So I believe that will be all, right?
Yeah, that's all that we have prepared for you in terms of the Creatio AI functionalities. So I hope you enjoy the features as much as we did, and see you tomorrow on the further part and the second part of our release highlights for Creatio 8.3.2 release. Okay, so have a great Thursday and take care. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye.